Hey everybody, Rob from FLX. Just wanted to take a minute and show you some of the upgrades on the new F3 models before we start cranking out some full videos of these. So starting from the top, wider handlebars. This is the F3 Roadster, by the way. The Trail's got most of the same upgrades. Wider handlebars on the Roadster and even wider on the Trail. You're gonna get more control with that. The display, we've put that in a safe, protected spot here. So if you do flip the bike over something on a hill, it's going to protect that and prevent the display from getting damaged. Moving down from there, brakes. We've cleaned the cockpit up a little bit, removed the two brake cutoff wires here. With the torque sensing motor, you really don't need those because when you stop pedaling, it will just stop going. So cockpit's a bit cleaner, really helps with the aesthetic of the bike. Moving down, we've got a tapered head tube, so that gives you a little bit more torque on the steerer tube, so you've got more control here, less wobble, especially at those higher speeds. Inside the head tube itself, we've upgraded the standard bearings to full sealed cartridge bearings in here, so that'll prolong the life of it and help with maintenance. Moving down, the front and rear axle, we've made some major upgrades. This is the old quick release skewer, this is the new front axle. Check out the size difference. This is a 15mm front axle. The amount of difference in terms of lateral stability, torsional flexion that will be reduced here is just nuts, especially at the high speeds that you may be going on these bikes. This is a really sweet upgrade that a lot of folks have asked for. So front and rear, front is 15mm, rear is 12mm through axle. And these are both quick release as well, so it takes about 20-30 seconds to get them in and out. Moving on from there, biggest aesthetic change here you'll notice is the completely integrated battery, and check it out from both sides. It's got 3 sides of protection, so that really reduces any sort of vibration possibility for it to come out. It is still removable with a key, and check it out. This is a 48-volt battery. Check out the size difference. A little bit shorter and more compact than the old battery, but it's got more battery capacity. So this is a 650 watt-hour battery. The standard is 500 watt-hours, and with the old models it was 468 watt-hours or 612. So more battery capacity, and it's 48 volts. So that means it's gonna give you more power at the same current or lower temperature at the same power. Speaking of power, check out this motor. This is a brand new Bethong M600 motor. That's 500 watts nominal power and 850 watts of peak power on this bad boy. 120 Newton meters of torque. It's also got ISIS cranks, so those are much more reliable than the square crank, especially at higher torque levels that you'll be using. So this is a really sweet motor. Still torque sensing, and you gotta try it out. It's just nuts with the extra power. It's more compact and weighs less than the old Max motor. Moving on from there, with that extra power, this is really important. You'll see there's a tiny wire right here. Inside here, we have a hidden gear sensor. So what that means is when you shift this bike, it will sense, okay, you're trying to shift, and it will cut the motor power for just a split second, long enough for you to get into the new gear, and then the motor power will come back on. This is something we took from the Blade. It is really important to protect the gears, protect the whole drivetrain of the bike with that extra power that you're putting through it. Moving back, as I did mention, there is a new through axle here in the back, 12mm. Same thing, you're gonna get more stability and a better, more controlled ride at speeds. We did upgrade the kickstand, by the way. A lot of folks have asked for that, so much sturdier kickstand. Listen to that spring on that. So those are just some of the upgrades, guys. Can't wait for you to try this bike out. We're gonna get out and really push these bikes to their limits and show you just how they perform. So keep an eye out, and you hear from us soon.